But yeah, it's just making that jump, I guess, from 300 points to 400, which is going to be a tough ask.
The mass clear out of the players that we had, which still isn't fully completed.
Does need surgery, but they're making him push through like the pain until it's like a good time for him to have surgery. So
That's a big number. I do not know who this is.
without any further ado, let's pick the winner. Who's it going to be? What's going on, guys? Welcome back to episode 26 of the Under 23s Road to Glory that we have here with Cal. And in today's episode, we have got a lot of business going on. Obviously, the usual stuff that we do get into. We will be re-rolling the giveaway as well, seeing as the winner did not comment, unfortunately. So make sure you stay tuned to the end to see if you might have won the giveaway. And also, we'll be looking over the MLS stuff as we always do. Let's get on with the episode today.
There's lots of comments on the last video.
Yep, lots of comments getting in for the Comments Premier League, and of course, we can reveal to you boys that quite a few people actually got quite a few points in the last episode, because we had a lot of Baidus, we had a lot of Sufians, and you can see Sufian managed to pick himself up 2 points, and Baidu did pick himself up 1. I will say, if you did watch the last episode, so unfortunate for those of you boys that, so we had a Brennan Johnson and Elliot Anderson, which didn't earn you any points. But yeah, Baidu and everyone else earned lots of points, so we'll get them gone now. I have updated it. I will say, massive sorry to the 2 people. I messed up 2 of the Comments Premier League in the last video, so just to update you boys in case you're wondering why it looks a bit differently. Pretty much, we have 2 Wouters that are in the Comments Premier League, and I accidentally combined them into one, so sorry about that. But in terms of the Wouter off, Wouter Dorp is winning over Walter Kroon. But yeah, so sorry about that mistake. And then the other mistake was, I think I didn't give someone, I can't remember who it was now, but I didn't give someone their Leopold points from last week. But I have updated that now, as you can see on the spreadsheet here. So yeah, again, if I've done anything wrong or whatever, let me know, guys. Obviously, as you boys did anyway. But yeah, you know, I'm only human. I'm gonna make mistakes, man. I'm sorry. um, but yeah, so moving on from the Comments Premier League, our results for the weekend. Then, Cal, do you wanna take us away with some of the results?
Yeah, so it's a mixed bag. A mixed bag. There was a couple players that done incredibly well. Sufyan obviously getting an assist, Stassen scoring. Baidu got a decent amount of points, and so did Nico Williams. But I mean, no one expected a 1-0 clean sheet against Man City.
Mhm.
But apart from that, not any like no one else in the gallery really done anything, which is a
Yeah.
bit of a surprise.
So,
It's unlucky that all midfielders just not stunk Gaff out, but they just didn't really get many points, so it was
mhm.
just difficult getting anything going. Um, and as you can see, it was a few points extra, and we would have got some rewards, but unfortunately, it wasn't meant to be this week.
Yeah, yeah. The main team. So looking at on screen here, so the main team scored quite well, to be fair, 343. But obviously being in Division One, we're going against the likes of Yamal, Bellingham, all that sort of stuff. So it's always going to be a bit of a hard competition. But considering all that, we were only a couple points off the essence, which is, I guess, that's the gift and the curse about Div One, especially for this Road to Glory, is obviously if we do well, then we're going to get really good rewards, especially for the account and how much the budget that we have for the account. But yeah, it's just making that jump, I guess, from 300 points to 400, which is going to be a tough ask.
Yeah,
And then yeah, I guess so. The team B then, or not team B, sorry, we got it the wrong way around. Sorry, so the second team, should I say? Yeah, I mean, no one. I guess in terms of, we can take away that our lineup building was pretty good this week.
yeah,
We got all the smashers in the same lineup, which is good. And then obviously the third team, yeah, obviously we know Nick Shenton because he got a red card, so we knew this wasn't exactly going to set the world alight. And yeah, as Cal touched upon, I think the only one that maybe we missed the trick with was Neco Williams, but yeah, like Cal said, I don't think many of us expected Nottingham Forest to keep a clean sheet against City. But even then, I think he wouldn't have. he didn't even really
Nah,
fit in the first team, did he? So
nope, no,
yeah,
and he wouldn't have helped the second team either.
yeah.
So it's just
So I guess
unfortunate.
the only change we could have made would have been perhaps to captain Stassin, but
Yeah.
yeah, I mean we were never going to do that, so we're not too upset about it. So some decent results. Let's get on to the business of the account. Our channel has finally become a partner with YouTube, and that means that you boys can become a member on the channel. How you would do that is by clicking the join button down below, and you can see all the exclusive perks to becoming a member on this channel. Not only that, but you would be massively helping and supporting a small creator in myself, making more videos like this one for you guys to enjoy. So I would really appreciate if you did join our membership down below. Thank you. Let's get on with the video. So looking at the business side of the account, as always, we'll throw it over to Cal. Go on then, mate.
Yeah, so we'll start off with the big craft of last episode. We managed to sell Rafael Cabral in the end, just before they decided to change all the MLS beat the game sort of thing, or the streaks. So we managed to get him gone for 17.50, I think it was in the end. So that
Mhm.
gave £3.50 into the new account,
Yep.
and then it was just the mass clear out of the players that we had, which still isn't fully completed, but most of them have gone now. So we got Ian James sold for 38p, nothing major, but he's a DMP 16-year-old, so happy to get him gone. And then it was there was a couple of trades. I think traded them off to Satonio or one of the various bots out there. So Bayram, Wrench, Malero, and Tafanir all went. Got an amazing deal off £1.7p for the lot of them, which was hurt a little bit, but that's what you get when
Yeah.
people don't play or they're playing really badly.
Mhm.
Um, and the slightly better trade, still not great, was Vegeta, Cham, Diarra, Ravella, and Torrente for just over £3, I think it was in the end, £3.13.
Yep.
Um, Again, Cham not playing that much. Torrente gone into the abyss. Don't know what's going on with him.
Yeah.
So it was just trying to
Mhm.
get some free cash there,
Yep.
which did put our wallet up to, I think it was £8.80 in the end,
Mhm.
with a few other players to sell. So that was looking quite healthy.
Mhm.
And then obviously, as if people didn't know, Sorare gave out some market credits as well. So we have some of them to play with as well. I think it's just under £4
Mhm.
after the conversion. So all
So
in all, the money side was looking quite healthy for
yeah,
once.
I was gonna say. So pretty much we had all of the well we have at the minute as sort of speaking, we have all of these players that you can see on screen here. So obviously yeah, so we have all of these, and then we have £8, and
£8.80.
then the market credit which was a fiver, right?
It's $5, which I haven't spent, so I can tell you it's £3.86.
Okay. So we got
In
like
our
give
account.
or take £10. And me and Cal wanted to sort of say in this segment, because obviously this is the business segment, like thinking what our strategy is going into it. We did have a brief look at sort of the gallery and sort of put it into perspective of like, we're pretty much being hypercritical of what we have. So we have three goalkeepers that are you would say is a good level for obviously the budget that we have. I'd say Baidu, Sufyan, Neko, Arnu Martinez, all very capable defenders. Obviously, Gremmel in there as well, but yeah, I'd say they're like capable. So defender position is like we're not like screaming for any more defenders. Then midfielders, obviously we have Alex Scott, who was a bit of a risk. Doesn't look like the risk has paid off because I believe Bournemouth. I don't know if you saw this news, Cal, but I think Bournemouth are making so. I think that Ryan Christie does need surgery, but they're making him push through like the pain until it's like a good time for him to have surgery. So I think I would guess maybe it's during the international break. And obviously Alex Scott is not going to be playing if Christie is there. I mean that's kind of a given. So we did risk it with Alex Scott a little bit, but is what it is. But then obviously yeah we've got Leopold and Baliba and Anderson, like all very capable midfielders. And then forwards is the only position where we were thinking like potentially like not that capable in terms of the rest of the positions. So obviously we have Asolani who is great, and Stassin who has been great as well. But Brennan is a little bit risky because obviously he's not even really in the first team unless there's injuries. Derry, who was on the bench last game, so potentially lacking a little bit in the forward position. So with that being said, me and Cal have just sort of spent the last I don't know 30 minutes or so scouting pretty much future forward slash midfielder options for the gallery. And we were looking, pretty much we were thinking if we're going to be buying any players now, especially because we've got £10, which is quite a lot for our road to glory, considering we just started on 50. To have a fifth of your budget, I guess, still to play with or for the up and coming stuff. And we were thinking the most logical pickups would be K League, MLS, and J League stuff because obviously they have the most utility. So, yeah, me and Cal have just sort of been sitting here for the last half an hour scouting out some potential players to pick up in the gallery. And yeah, I think we're going to carry on. We're just going to, if that's alright with you, Cal, we're just going to sort of carry on sitting here for the next hour or so, just having a little look to see. Yeah, having a little look to see who's the best potential pickups for us. So we're gonna go away, and well, I'm not gonna bore you guys too much with us sitting here scouting forever. But yeah, we're gonna go away now, scout for a little bit, and then hopefully when we come back, we'll have some solid lineups for the weekend. If you're watching this video now and you're thinking about signing up to Sorare, do not forget to use my link in the description down below. It does really help out a small creator like myself, and if you do use that link, you will even win yourself a free limited card. Okay, so me and Cal have been working through the account for the past hour or so, and we have signed 3 new signings. So we're going to take you through who we decided and why we decided to pick up these men. So to start off with, we picked up a Sota Kitano, who is a young forward in the J League, and you can see from his past scores he's a super spiky player. And yeah, he just looked like an interesting pickup, and especially with well, you'll see the theme for all 3 of these pickups is longevity and utility. This man obviously still has a full season ahead of him, so we thought it's a good time to pick him up for the series, and especially with obviously our account being heavily in the European region at the moment. We decided that we're going to try and cater pretty much all pickups from now are hopefully going to be J League, K League, or MLS stuff, just because we need more utility. And obviously the European season, not to say it's not exactly ending soon, but it just makes sense for a budget account like this to be buying into utility. So with that being said, we also picked up a Pedro Vitti for again around about £2.40 mark. Obviously, if you guys want to see exact details and stuff like that, you can click on the spreadsheet in the description down below. But yeah, he also has international utility, obviously, as well as playing for Vancouver themselves. And yeah, I think we do have an international break coming up, so he could help us a little bit in there. But again, the main reason for the pickup is not only did he look like a decent prospect, but lots of utility. And the final piece, we actually sort of just realised when we were about to build lineups that unfortunately it looks like Nick Shinton has actually fallen out of favour, and it wasn't just due to his suspension as to why he didn't play last week. But yeah, going off of the notes from Predictify, it pretty much says he looks like he's not in favour anymore. So with that being said, we did manage to offload our Shinton for Sirius, who has a lot more, again, MLS, lots of utility. Now I will say that we did, so the deal that we done with Satonio was, yeah. Cal, you
It
wanna
was something.
you wanna talk about this one? Or...
Yeah, no, it was something. So yeah, as we said, we got in a new a new striker, so
Mhm.
we decided to get rid of Derry as well. So
Yep.
it just made sense to put him as part of that deal.
Mhm.
Um, with Shinton, also Leo Greenall, who got sent off last game, and Alex Scott, which was the gamble that didn't really work.
Yep.
But with them four players, there was a bit of cash that we had to send over, so it did
Yep.
cost £3.50 as well.
Mhm.
Which, looking at it for a goalkeeper that starts and going to be helpful for the summer and that, it's
Yep.
not the worst deal.
Yep.
Um, so yeah, it was a no brainer anyway. So
Yeah.
it was
I think
just
I
trying to
think
push that over the line.
Yeah, I think this deal makes a lot of sense, to be honest. Obviously Gremmel was one that probably we're sad to see go, but Derry maybe, yeah, maybe Derry does bits, but I'm not really prepared to sit around here and wait, especially when we have a third goalkeeper that's not going to be playing, and goalkeeper's obviously quite an important position. And then yeah, a couple of quid, it is what it is. But I will say, we're not really expecting too much from Mr. Jonathan in the short term because Montreal have. For those of you guys that don't know, I think they have like 7 away games to start the season, and then they have like 7 home games or something like that. They have like a stretch of away games, so he's probably not going to score that well for us in the immediate future. But long term, again, all three of these pickups were more for the longevity of the account, and hopefully we see them, do bits for us in the long run and over the summer, as Cal touched upon. Um, so yeah, with that being said, we do want to jump into some rewards now. So I'll pull up Cal's screen so we can watch him open up some rewards. Come on then, mate.
Yeah.
What
So
we got?
I
What we got?
believe when I looked earlier, it was all MLS, which is a bit of a sad time, but there is still a craft in this episode
Yeah,
regardless. We'll start with the two rivals boxes that will give us absolutely nothing,
probably some
and we'll get
tickets.
on to the craft itself because that's more
Nice.
important.
So
Oh,
there you go. Nice. So this craft is it from the San Diego
I think
or is
this
it
is
Golds?
Gould and San Diego.
Okay.
I've done the split
Mhm.
already
Okay.
on the spreadsheet,
There
so
you go. So yeah, if you boys want to know the details of the craft, then check out the spreadsheet linked in the description. But yeah, we'll obviously still show it in the under 23 Road to Glory because it's more
hopefully we get the
content.
same luck. That's a
Ooh.
big number. I do not know who this is. I don't know any
Um.
Icelandic players in that.
Ooh, I don't know who
That's
this is
Orlando.
either.
He,
Ooh, who
another
plays?
player who plays,
Nice. I
which
don't
I
know
will
about. I
not
don't know
be.
much about him. I'll be honest. But Orlando. Yeah.
Oh,
Orlando. I feel like they have room to be picking it up at least.
very
So
good.
doesn't
Yeah,
look like the best
came off
scorer
the
to be
bench last
honest.
couple, but
Mm, Not the best. No, it's all right. It's all right. I mean,
for a
for
tier
I
five,
was gonna say for a tier 5 craft, it's not the end of the world really.
yeah,
So yeah, that's all for the rewards, I guess. This week, so not too much to write home about in the rewards department.
yeah,
But yeah, I think we decided that next up we're gonna be building the lineups kind of live. We're gonna build them sort of live with you boys for once. Usually we're just plugging them in and showing you, but I thought
yeah.
might as well just do them together live. Um, so the goalkeeper situation, a lot of like, I guess probably Adam. Yeah, Adam is probably the standout
Just because at home, yeah,
purely because he's playing at home. Yeah, so we'll go Adam in the first team. Then we've got I guess Sufyan or Baidu. Or Girona doesn't look too bad either, to be fair. Ooh, so
Nico against Ipswich as well is not a bad
yeah,
fixture.
but away from home, I would definitely favour the top three, to be honest. Um, yeah, Neko's been great as well recently, but I don't know why. Like Ipswich at home are not like, what I mean, they're not the worst team like in the world. So I don't know.
They're not.
Whereas
They're a
Valencia,
decent team.
like, so I think Ipswich are deep. Like I can see Ipswich scoring is what I'm trying to get at. Whereas like Valencia, don't think so. NEC, I don't know too much about in terms of Sufyan. I'm slightly leaning Anu Martinez. I can't lie. What are you thinking? Are you thinking Neko?
Um, I'm probably favouring Sufyan more.
Hmm.
I do need to check what the rotation is for Girona, because they
Yeah.
do love a rotation every now and again, and
Yeah.
especially against the team down there, they might.
I don't think so. I think Martinez will play, to be honest. I think the only game he missed here was when he was injured. But yeah, I don't know. So maybe Sufyan then play it safe. We'll chuck him in. We'll chuck him in. And then yeah, midfielders we need the A. Probably Leopold. I'm pretty sure he's back now. So
Yeah,
probably put Leopold in there. And then attackers. This is going to be an interesting one. So we've got the
yeah,
choice of. Ooh, I guess. So we've got Fisnik, which is such a good fixture actually for Fisnik as well.
yeah.
But the new
It's
man
just
we
if he
just.
doesn't get AA, he gets nothing.
Mhm. New
That's
man we
yeah,
just bought in is on form as well, and but they are away though. I would probably go. Stassin's not terrible either, to be fair. I'll probably
I
go
think all three
Fis.
of them would do a
Yeah,
job.
I think Fisnik though makes the most sense. We'll put him. We'll put
Yeah,
him. Put him in for now. Obviously, this could change, guys, because obviously we're recording this before the deadline. But yeah, we'll wait to see like percentages and starting percentages, and that could change lineups. Obviously, you've seen in the last episode we did put Leopold in the video, but obviously we took him out before the game week started because he was suspended or something like that. So yeah, I think we'll do rough lineup building now, but obviously subject to change. I'm thinking that the last position should probably be another defender. What about you?
yeah. I've
Hmm.
already slotted on now in for the time
Yeah.
being. Because at least because I was Baidu for another squad, and then
Yeah.
um, the
Probably giving armband to probably Sufyan or Leopold. What are you thinking?
I'm probably edging towards Sufyan more. I was just
Okay,
seeing
I can back
what
it.
position Schalke are in, but they're
Back it.
away,
Back it.
so got to go
And
with
then
a
for the
safer option.
second team, we've got Polster against Salzburg, which so it doesn't make so we should definitely go Sirius because obviously we're using Baidu right in this team, so
Yeah,
makes sense for them not to be against each other. So we'll go Sirius, Baidu. Then we've
probably
got
Viti.
yeah,
I'm
yeah
just
we could
thinking
go.
stacking
hmm
the Forest players together might not be the worst decision. Um,
So Viti, um, attacker. Should we go with the new man or Stassen? What do you think?
um, I'll put the new man in
New
now,
man.
but I'm
Yeah.
also debating that extra slot could actually be Stassen as well.
Hmm. Well, who's the other attacker we have to pick off? I mean, Brennan. We don't know if he's gonna play yet. Who's the other attacker?
It's Stassen and Johnson. They're the two
Yeah, I
left.
don't know if Brennan's gonna play. We'll have to probably wait for Predictify. I'm not too
Yeah.
keen on that though.
Other than
Just
that, it's Belieber
yeah. So I'm
or
thinking.
Yari if Yari's back.
Yeah, I'd probably say. Well, what's the other midfield? I'd say Belieber probably, and then we go Anderson and Neko in the other team. We'll put Belieber in this one for now. I'd say, and then because then we can put Anderson in with Neko in the. Or unless we do. No, unless we just take out Petrovic and Belieber and we do Anderson and Neko.
Yeah,
That
yeah, could
makes
put them both
sense.
in there.
That makes sense. And then where is he? Neko. Who are you giving the probably Neko or Baidu, right?
I was looking at giving it to the new man Sota.
Oh yeah. To be
Um,
fair, he's got yeah, he spikes crazy. Let's give it him. Pray that that he gets
yeah,
another crazy score.
looks
I like
like
that.
Baidu's probably going to get around 60.
Yeah. Yeah, I
I just
rate it.
thought
I rate it.
I'd rather have it on than someone who's going to peak
Yeah, makes
that little
sense.
bit more.
Makes sense. Who are
Um,
you thinking for the defender option for the third team then? We got or Ibe or well, that's it really, or maybe Anwar.
Anwar probably.
Anwar.
Anwar's got a slightly better fixture.
Mhm. And then
Um,
Baliba for sure. Stassen for sure.
uh,
And then guess Brennan's the
Yeah,
only
will it
other
be?
last option we have.
We've got Vitty still.
Oh yeah, Vitty. Forgot about Vitty. Oh, why
Yeah.
is he not showing up for me? Did I accidentally put him in the other team?
Did you put him in the second team?
Oh no, I think Sorare is just having a moment.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
All right, well, yeah,
Don't blame him.
you boys know what we went with. I don't know why it's okay. Is it up? Oh, there you go. Yeah, there you go. It's updated now. Sorted. Who are you giving an armband to here, Cal? Then
I want to. My head's telling me to go with Vitty, but
I
I
think it's
kind of want to give it to Stassin.
Stassen. I'm thinking Stassen.
Yeah,
Um.
because they're both away. It's
Mhm.
just, I mean, the
Mhm.
both teams I'm playing against aren't great.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
yeah, I
Let's
think
go.
Stassin would be.
Yeah. Well, obviously this is provisional, guys. So this is sort of our first draft. You literally just
Yeah,
seen it live. Us just drafting the team. Absolutely could change. And obviously, do let us know who you want for the Comments Premier League because me and Cal are about to make our picks now. So, you know, get in the comment section and write who you want to pick. Again, you don't have to use the players that we picked. If there's someone that we left out, like Brennan Johnson, you can pick him still. That's fine. But we haven't put him in just yet for our squads. So, who picked first last time? Do you remember, Cal?
I think it was me.
Okay, so I'm gonna pick. I'm actually gonna go with Asolani this week.
Ooh.
Who are you gonna go with?
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. Um, I know who I hope it's gonna be, but if I'm being realistic, it's probably. Oh no, it's got to be Sufyan. I've got to
Sufyan.
back him.
Okay, Sufyan it is. So let us know, boys, in the comments section down below who you're going to go with for the Comments Premier League. Without any further ado, we are going to re-roll the giveaway that we did do last episode because the winner did not comment on the last episode. So, therefore, what we're going to do is we're going to pick 3 winners in this video, and the first person out of this winner list to comment will get the giveaway. Of course, if none of these 3 comment, then again we're just going to keep re-rolling it until someone comments. So at least we know it's going to go to a loyal viewer that sticks around, eh? So without any further ado, let's pick the winner. Who's it going to be? Oh, 3 people. It's going to be a bit of a race. So
Yeah.
we've got Footy for Life, Greystone SO, and Tony Pony. I think Footy for Life sometimes does watch. I don't know about the other 2, but if this is any of you boys, then feel free to get the comments in and prove to us that obviously that it is you, of course. So yeah, any of you 3, if first person to comment will win yourself an Alex Valley that you entered a week or so ago. But yeah, anyway,
Yeah.
moving on. Moving on, we have got the San Diego stuff to talk about. So,
Yeah.
Cal, I'll let you talk away about San Diego if you like, mate.
Yeah. So I'll just get the lineup up just to
hmm
re-jog my memory.
So,
I believe, yeah, it was another pretty comprehensive win. Well, I say that. It was 1-1 until quite late on, and then all of a sudden it was 3-1 in added time. So it was still a good result, especially away from home against Real Salt Lake. Obviously, uh, Drea having an absolute worldie again.
hmm
Um, CJ Dos Santos, last man tackle. He's been absolutely incredible for the start of the season. And then a couple of players that probably didn't have the greatest starts to the season have actually started popping up. Marcus, the forward, really struggling at the first couple games, but getting a goal in this one was quite big.
hmm
But the biggest news from this game was Paddy McNair going off injured. That's now 2 injuries to San Diego players, with obviously Lozano missing out, which isn't ideal. But
not good.
hopefully it's not a massive one. It looks to be quite short because he has also been picked for the Northern Ireland international squad as well.
hmm
Um, so I'm guessing it's a small one, and no one's really too worried about that.
hmm
But yeah, it does mean that he'll probably miss next game regardless,
Yeah.
which is a bit unfortunate. And in terms of points, very unlucky. We were one position off getting a cash reward again. That would have been three in a row. Yeah, I think I finished 201st,
Yep.
which is just a bit unfortunate,
Yeah,
as
so
it
you
goes.
looking
But
like we were I don't know if the video can see this because my webcam, but pretty much we finished 0.2 away from
yeah,
$5, but um, yeah, I guess that's life, isn't it? Someone has to be
yeah,
201st, and we unfortunately were 201st.
yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But it's not the end of the world. Obviously, could have been a lot better if moved a couple of players around. If I stuck with Negri, that would have been an extra 27 points and
Mhm.
all that. But that's if nuts and
Yeah,
babies. So
of
it
course, of course.
is what it is. I mean, I did change him last minute because I thought McNair's had a cracker off a start and then he goes and gets injured. So
Yeah, that's just the nature of the
maybe I
business,
won't
eh?
make them comments again. Maybe I'll just say everyone's going to have a stinker and then
Yep.
see what happens.
Speaking of comments to be made before we go into the game week, should we build our San Diego team?
Yes, let's build
um,
this lineup.
yeah, so I've got so oh I guess we have so it's Kalina and DeSantos we have the pick between, right?
Uh,
Or is it just DeSantos for the San Diego? Oh yeah, yeah yeah yeah
for the main
yeah
for the
yeah yeah main
main one,
team,
it's
yeah.
just Santos. Yeah,
Yeah, of course. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. So Dos Santos, I'm guessing Negri.
yeah,
Yep, nice.
yeah,
And then midfield options, I'm assuming we go with Yepeo once more.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
The main three at least pick themselves.
Dreo, of course.
Yeah,
And then
and
who are we
this
gonna
is the
go
one
with?
which is a little bit up in the air.
Mhm.
Um, because I'm not sold on putting another defender,
Mm.
but I'm also not sold on putting Delator in there. So for me, it's between Godoy or Thomas and Hell.
Ah,
Um,
okay, okay. Oh well, so you're definitely not convinced by Marcus
uh,
potential.
I'm not fully convinced. No,
Okay.
he's at least with based on last game, I believe, and Hell played out wide, so at least he's got a little bit more of a chance there. Um, I'm more leaning towards Godoy because Columbus Crew are a much better side, so he's going to have to
Mhm.
do a lot more work.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
get more duels and stuff.
Mhm.
He might also get a last man tackle along there, so I'm probably more leaning towards him.
Mm.
Um,
Don't know.
and it's a bit safer
I feel like it
rotation.
depends what you're gonna go for. I think if you want to be, yeah, I think safe is probably good the way, but I think punchy might be Marcus. Depends. I think safe would be Delator or Godoy, but if
Yeah,
you're trying to hit
yeah,
like the high numbers, it would have to be Marcus, right? And then pray that Marcus and Drea both get decisive in a
yeah.
high scoring
It's just
game.
that's the thing. It's do I see San Diego scoring multiple again? Possibly,
Mm.
but yeah, this is going to be a big tell sign for how the season's going to go.
Yeah.
I know obviously missing Lozano is a big miss, but
Mhm.
this could go either way. They could smash Columbus Crew, or they could get smashed. It's one of the two.
Yeah.
Especially from what I saw in preseason, it more the latter. But how they've started the season has been quite good.
So you're
I'll
gonna go
go.
with
I'll go
Godoy. Oh,
Marcus.
you're gonna go Marcus.
I will.
All right.
I'll risk it this time. I
All right.
tried playing safe last time, and
I think
player got
I
injured.
think
So
it's more punchy. So like when I see a team like this, I'm thinking like it's either gonna get decent money or nothing. So I
yeah,
guess it depends what you're gonna it depends what you're going for really. Obviously, again this could change guys with Predictify. If some of these players aren't on to play, but I'm pretty sure they all
yes,
should be
yeah,
playing. I'm guessing you've captained Drea.
yes, yeah. I
Yeah,
have.
makes sense. Makes sense. Okay, so there you have it then, boys. That is going to be how we line up for the San Diego stack. So that is all we have time for today. I hope you guys did enjoy this episode of the Under 23s. I know it was a little bit longer than usual, but you know what? why not treat you boys? You know what I mean? I tried to aim for about the 30-minute mark, but sometimes we go overboard. And also today we showed you some bits that we don't usually do, lineup building and so on and so forth. Lots of business as well to talk about. Obviously the international break is on the way soon, so make sure you guys are prepared for that one. And yeah, hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and we'll catch you guys in a future episode. Peace.